Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Slimy Green Garage. Talk with Mighty Mark here. By the way, that's my superhero name. I gave it to myself when I was a kid, and I just kind of hung on to it because I've always felt like we were called to greatness. Felt that way since I was a kid. Lost my way for a while, made my way back. Thanks to old JC. Appreciate you, Father. Hey, y'all, why don't you just go ahead and bleep bloop your superhero names down in the comments section. This is the intro, of course, to the video. Probably will be for a while. But if you're watching this channel, I just want to let you know I appreciate it. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Watch this. We do a lot of crazy, goofy stuff. I'm going to be adding content, as I can. I'm a little slow sometimes, so be patient with me if you will. But again, thank you. And without further ado, let's get to it. Hey, Slimy Green Garage crew, welcome back. This is part 3 of our, well, we can call it whatever we want, but we're working on this 1988 LTD, part 3 LTD, Wagon Queen Truckster front end build, doing awesome things, giving all glory to God for the things that He allows us to do in this life. This is a lot of fun. To watch the part 2 basically was really the first start of working on the front end of this car. Part 1 was getting the engine up and running, changing out the head gaskets. This is part 3, but really part 2 for front end sake. So, if you watch part 2, you already know what happened there. Part 3, well, let's get you in close. I'll kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. I hope you're all having a great day, and let's get started. Gonna just bring you in here close, kids. Now I know at the end of the part 2, I went ahead and showed you, we used the plasma cutter to cut back the front stubs there, and we have to do that because when we add this next section of lighting, basically this is in the way. And this car originally, it did not have 8 headlights up front. So this is stock height, and then down here, well, no headlights before. But we're going to add them just because, well, it's awesome, and we do awesome things. So that's why we cut that out. We're also going to make a cut here, and likewise back there, because I'm going to be tweaking those out. Now, some of the truckster builds that I've seen, they've come up with weird looking shims to go in the back and to make everything look right. What I've found and what I've done is that it's just easier to just, along this body line, make a cut there on obviously both ends and just tweak that out. That's going to work pretty well for our purposes. So walking over here, I've got some smoothing out to do. When you're cutting out, obviously these pieces, everything turns into custom, but you got to grind all this out. But we want to keep these studs. Sorry for the shakiness there. So anyway, we need these because that's actually still going to bolt to the fender. And you can see on this side, I still need to smooth that out. And then we'll be ready to start mocking this up. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. No need to bore you guys with this part. Maybe we set the camera up and we can go high speed, just so you know what, I'm not wasting your time. All right. You know what else we're also going to do, kids? This protective lip, we're going to hack that off. Again, we have some clearance issues on this bottom set of lights to get the wiring in there, so we'll just trim that out with our saw. That'll be a good start for us. and the clouds blew in. Are you ready for this? I mean, that's really all there is to it. Boy, that looks nice. Now, folks, we just got to do the same thing on the other side. But you probably don't need to watch that part. Unless you want to. Do you want to? Okay, I'll take you over there. Are you ready? I know the air compressor's making a lot of noise. Watch. I mean, that's kind of like art, right? You can't really do it wrong. Okay. All right, back here with the front side view. Now you'll notice on each side now we've got these little pie-shaped cutouts that basically we're just going to take some scrap metal and we'll weld little chips back in there, you know, on the front and the back side. But I'm going to go ahead and grab one of our lower sets of lights that we can bring over here. Just kind of see what that looks like. Okay, well, you kind of get the idea. We really are going to need to just go into full fast forward mode at this point, because basically where these studs are here, I'm going to have to mark them. We have to bend this out exactly where we need it, drill the holes in the right spot. Still got to make our metal chips that we can weld in there on the front and the back side. I also run a bolt from this section up to the top, and then we still have the bracket that we took off here that will also mount over here. I think we just used the lower section. It mounts somewhere down in here if I remember correctly. So yeah, let's just fast forward right now. when it gets in your socks. That'll do. Hey you guys, you probably all have that one friend that has a welder that doesn't know how to weld all that well. Yeah, that'd be this guy. I think it's gonna stick, so we'll probably be okay till we hit about 75, if the car is manages to do that. Then we might really test the limits of the strength of that. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be fun. I still think we are going to put a bolt in between those. We probably don't need to, but you know, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. Still got to do the other side. So we just need to keep moving because this is not going fast enough. be a first. Hammer. Take 472.8 and a half. I don't know, guys. I've had this drill since it's been a long time, and probably the first thing I'm going to do, if that old algorithm ever kicks in and if we ever make $47.27, is I might upgrade this first. Of course, you know, we've always wanted an electric impact too. Oh, I dream of the day. Maybe that can be first. I don't know. What do you think? You know, a guy needs to set up his shop so that it's just convenient. You got the right tools for the right job. You not always have to. You know what I mean. You guys know what I'm talking about. On the other side, we can do that. Let's just go ahead and drill that out, shall we? Don't do that. Do any of you feel bad enough that maybe you just... I trade you that bumper I offered up for free. Do we trade the bumper for the drill that'll get the job done? I don't know. What do you think? Oh, that's nice. Horribly. Horribly. Is that a new word? Horribly. How about that? Well, we horribly miscalculated that first hole. So we're going to keep on just notching her up till we get it right. Anyway, it's the bottom. Oh, look at that. That's the bottom holding this up now. It's not the top. So, this is factory. This is the half I cut off the other side. So, that is not used. But I'm weird. I'm gonna save these clips because, you know, I'm gonna throw them in a bucket and I'll never use them. But someday when I'm dead, somebody will be able to come along and throw them in the garbage where they belonged in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, 70 miles an hour. I think I'm only going to guarantee it up to about 25 though.
Yeah.
That way we get no complaints.
Yeah, if you're
Warranties. Moving that bracket on. I know you're looking. I would be too. Look, here, let me get back here where I can. Oh yeah, I can see what you guys are seeing now. I might bring tears to my eyes. I don't know. That is just, I'll be looking nice. Ooh, and we got our brackets modified, welded in place. Now we can do some final adjustments on this, yeah. Solid. I like it. I think what we're going to be working on this next week, which it'll probably still be part of this segment. Yeah. I don't even know why I tell you it's going to be next week, because for you it's just like, it's right there. But we're going to work on the wiring. So we're going to be using the factory wiring harness that was being used. And then we're going to graft in just an extra harness, essentially. On the top set of headlights, not only did we flip-flop from side to side, but we also have to flip-flop headlight, to headlight, because they are essentially upside down, and the high beam needs to be moved to the other side, and the low beam obviously crisscrosses with that one. So. This bottom set of headlights, it's just like factory, so you don't have to do anything with those. Yeah, you guys have done a really nice job today. Appreciate you being along with me, so for the moment, let's just keep moving on.
You ever had pedicure?
Yes, I have.
Well, yesterday we were talking to Kelly and Jeff, and Kelly said, "Come on with me today. We're going to go do something." So we went up to this place to get manicure and pedicure, and she says, "Why don't you get a pedicure?" Jeff never had done anything like that.
Yeah.
He did it. He said, "No, it actually felt pretty good." He said, "My feet have never looked so good."
Oh, and then massage them and everything.
Yeah.
This isn't a bad deal.
So then went next door, and there was a bar next door, and we went next door and had a couple beers. So it wasn't bad, though. Is that another?
This I can tell is out of the earlier, the much older car. So I think we're gonna end up using this one.
You don't have the orange?
Well, this one's got the white, which I assume is just probably maybe an extra ground. Everything else matches. And then we just need to make sure that this one would match. There, it's like that. Blue and white, green, we got red and black. And then brown, blue, purple, white, brown, and white pink. And this is the same, so we're just gonna, we'll splice this section, you know, kind of like right in here, solder all that together.
We need to get the tape off here down, maybe all the way down to the wire here.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll get a razor blade and
Cut the wire.
absolutely. And being you're going to be famous, you might as well just say hello.
Hello. That oil cleared up quite a bit, too.
It did. It worked out real well. And just so you know it, guys, this here's my Uncle Tom. Looks pretty much just like my dad. Dad's home with the Lord now, but if you want to know where the honoriness comes from, he's partially responsible, and so just keep that in mind.
Not a bit.
All right, kids, don't get jealous. We'll get you in there. You see, we're just tying two harnesses together, and that's where we just got done doing one wire out of many. So we'll back you back up, and we'll keep at it. Do I have any? That's a good question.
You don't, I got plenty of them.
Let's then you know what I'll do temporarily? I'll get my small zip ties out. We'll just cinch the two wires together, and then we'll do all of them, then we can tape it up at the end.
No, I really don't want to get some electric tape.
Well, I mean, I kind of need you right now, though. You're a good.
When we get done, I'll go get it. No, I got it. Thank you, they encouraged you to take it.
Absolutely.
You know, if they didn't want me to have it, they would have locked it up.
I'm going to do this first one, but then you're going to be in charge after that.
All right.
So you can kind of see what I'm doing, and then you'll say, well, I can do better. You know, because you've got more experience than me. Let's put it right up. Take an inch down.
Take it.
I'll go ahead and cut it, and that way it'll be a sharp edge that I can cut myself on. All right, next, brown and white. Yeah, I think if we cut, we're going to want to cheaping out. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? I'm sure at the car audio shops they're installing stuff like that, and they probably got a special tool just for this.
What do you think about that?
Alice, come here. Come over here. What do you think about our Ford Crown Victoria station wagon?
What are you doing?
It's beautiful, isn't it? Can you say beautiful? Oh, so beautiful. See, Alice knows. She knows what's cool. High five. Oh, you're so strong. Oh, I love you. Hey, can you say God bless you?
I got you.
Mm-hmm. And God bless you, kids, as well. GoPro, stop video.